Hey, 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 and ho, 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 and welcome to the madness that is the Charlie Marx Christmas Show. I'm Charlie Marx, and here we are at the festive time of year where we can get to celebrate the birth of commercialism. I hope you'll have fun opening your presents and got exactly what you deserve. There is nothing more satisfying than watching someone you love dearly ripping off the Christmas wrapping paper to reveal a box with a voucher for £10 for Swifty the Tailor, as opposed to the much anticipated Taylor Swift album that has had its 20th release, but this time with Taylor wearing a slightly different shade of lipstick. Although this is the Christmas show, there will be a few, shall we say, Easter eggs hidden throughout, but sadly you will only understand them if you live in my world. Yes, that's right, only those who understand the dark place will be party to my game. A quick reminder to like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications and follow the Charlie Marx Show. Also, please share, as sharing is Christmas daring. You can also leave me a comment, or why not join the show by telling me what's bugging you in the world with the Devil's Advocate. I can also be spied upon by you visiting www.charliemarx.co.uk. You can also buy me a coffee, which is not an actual coffee but a pretend coffee. Or you can just give me the money and I'll buy my own pretend coffee. Coming up on tonight's show, we have all the latest fake news from around the world and beyond from the CM Newsroom, and moans and groans and things that go irk in the night with the Devil's Advocate. Plus, some more. But first, a section for our preschool watchers as they get to ask Jesus their questions. Well, no, I didn't get what I wanted for Christmas because it's my birthday as well. And that's not good. Because you get two presents at the same time. And it counts as one. It's bloody unfair, that's what it is. I'm sorry, I know you're children and you're asking questions, but it's bloody unfair. Well, to be honest with you, I was born in Pret-a-Manger, which is a coffee shop. See, my mum, Mary, this is an old picture, Mary, this is a Pret-a-Manger. A long time ago, it's not like it is now, you know, but I was born there because my mother, Mary, she was desperate for a coffee on the way to hospital. So yeah, I was born in a manger, if you want to put it like that. That's a very good question. I don't know who they were. I think they were just passing and they were looking for a party. And obviously because there were a star above and it was shining a light down on where I was with my mum and my dad. And they just thought to themselves, well, there must be a party in there. But they didn't want to turn up empty-handed and they didn't have any booze. So they said, here we are. And my mum said, it's my son's birthday. He's just been born. And they went, oh, that's grand. So they gave over what they had. And one of them had Frankenstein. It was like a movie of Frankenstein. There was another guy that gave me gold. And I was like, what's this? What the bloody hell am I supposed to do with this? But it turned out to be Terry's All Gold. So it was okay. And then the last thing they gave was myrrh. Now, I still don't know what myrrh is, but my mum took that. And when she got her hair done, they put some myrrh in it. So, I don't know. I really don't know. But good question. Well, she said she were a virgin, but my dad, he was going mental because he just didn't know, and all of a sudden, Mum's like that. No way, man. So. Yeah, I think she said she was, but then my mum's always pissed, so I don't really know. I think I think it was misunderstood. My mum's a Virgo, so maybe that's where the confusion kind of set in. Which one? Oh, well, that cuts it down a bit. I mean, don't forget where we were. Everyone's got a beard. I was born with a beard. Oh, him. Oh, my dad. Well, my dad and my mum split up because my mum had an affair with an angel, and that's what got her pregnant. Which were a shame. But my dad came round to the house and he took me out. He took me out every second Saturday, which was great because we could go to football, and my team always won. It was a miracle because they were real crap. But that's and then he just disappeared. But Nicolas Cage played him in a movie. Oh, real exciting it was. He played him in a movie, and I didn't know, because I were only a young boy, I didn't know that my dad had an American accent. Oh, that's easy. My pal Judas, he was definitely my best friend. I mean, he would do everything. He was so loyal. So loyal. I mean, he was a stand-up bloke. He really were. He were a stand-up bloke. Do you know, he never... see, if I did something wrong in school, he never, ever grassed on me. Never. He would never grass. My best friend... I still see him. From time to time. In fact... oh, I thought that might be him. Yeah. Judas! Yeah, that's my best friend. Oh, loyal. Absolutely loyal. Well, yeah, I've done a few. If I had a set of cards, right, and you took one, I could turn that into wine. I could. No, sorry, that's the wrong trick. If I've got a box, I can turn it into wine gums. I'm not. I do a few party tricks, just to impress the girls and that, But I mean, there's nothing, I tell you who were good at tricks. The angels. The angels were really good at tricks. They could fool everybody. They fooled me dad. That's for bloody sure. They fooled me dad. Welcome back to the Charlie and Mark Show, you stunningly stunning people, you. Well, today most of the shops have a well-deserved break from counting their cash we've given them through the year. But it will no doubt shock the religious people out there that you can still get your booze and your cigarettes if you want to. This being said, many of the religious types will be the only people forming queues in these shops. So, do we have a Christmas quiz this year? Yes, we do. And for your chance to win a year's supply of days, then all you have to do is leave the answers to the following questions in the comments below. Obviously, along with a blank cheque. And you could win this fabulous prize of a year's worth of days. That's an incredible 365 days worth of days. Here we go. Question 1. What was the name of Shrek's girlfriend? Number 2. What is the first name of the actor who slapped Chris Rock at the 94th Academy Awards? Question 3. What is the tonal language spoken by the Niger-Congo family in Western Africa? Question 4. Johnny Who was the co-founder of the Smiths? Question 5. What was the name of the popular drug in the 90s that was taken at raves? And question 6. What is the condition myalgic epidermolytitis, better known as? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Good luck with that, and remember that this competition ends yesterday and all entries made after this will be thrown in the bin. Still much more to come, but now it's time for all the latest fake news from around the world and beyond with CM News. Good evening and welcome to CM News with me, Mary Christ. Our top story. The Christmas number 1 in the charts for 2025 is the appropriately titled It's Going to Be a Lonely, Cold, Miserable Christmas by Keith Stammer and the Labour Party. The single sold a record-breaking 54 million copies, although nobody actually owns a single copy, as it was paid for by a public tax. Rachel Reeves revealed in the House of Commons earlier this month that she is constipated and cannot budget. A student from Essex, William Hugh, has been charged with murder. The student killed his classmates' chances of being popular when he passed wind and blamed her. The victim, Mary Me, said that she had been scarred with shame and that her classmates now believe that women break wind. She also stated that this revelation has done severe damage to the female of the species, as most men thought that women only expelled perfume and produced flower buds when in the bathroom. Black Friday has broken all records for the longest Friday ever recorded since records began. The top-selling toy this Christmas was not the PlayStation 400 as retailers expected, but a collection of Labour Party voodoo dolls, which came complete with pins. Nicolas Cage, who played Joseph in the movie The Carpenter's Son, said that it was the role he was born to play, as he takes revenge on God in a revenge movie about his wife's affair with the Lord. In an interview with Paper magazine, Cage said that he learned a lot from playing the part of Joseph and was shocked to learn that Joseph actually spoke with an American accent. Some news just in. We have learned that Sir Keith Stammer's father was a tool maker when he was younger. Not really breaking news there, to be honest. And finally, with only 365 shopping days until Christmas, the shops are getting ready to bleed you dry. And that was the latest headlines. This is Mary Christ for CM News. Good night. Thank you, Mary. And more from the CM Newsroom next time. Everything costs money nowadays, and even death can be expensive. For example, there is a fee for writing a will. That's right. You don't even get a break from being charged even at the end. And if you marry all these costs to be put to the rest, it can run into millions. especially if you have Beyonce appearing for a private concert at your funeral. But now for a low price of £610, you can get buried at sea by being pushed over the side of a boat. Or for £3, you can be buried in the back garden next to the umpteen goldfish and the cat. For £4, you can add a headstone made of paper mâché. For £29, you can be buried along with an autograph picture of me. And how do you get this simple deal? Well, it's simple. You subscribe to the Charlie Marx Show. There is, of course, an admin cost of $38,000. But do you really want our secretary to not get her boob job for Christmas? Now it's time for the yearly King's Christmas speech. At this time of year, I often get a headache because it's not the best time of year for me. Because it's a time of family, and my family are bampots. I've had to help my brother move out of his house, and because he can't drive, I had to drive the van. But Christmas is a time for joyous feasting, and we have a small gathering around the table at Christmas. We have maybe thinking that there are so many hungry people out there, we only have about 32 courses. But sadly this year, I'm afraid that the staff will have to do the washing up, as my invitation to Meghan was rejected. We look forward to a prosperous year with no war, no starvation, and a chance for me to become even more kingier than I am now. Along with my lovely wife, we plan to have more children because the first lot were a bit of a disappointment. Failing that, we will get some cats. We now look towards 2026 as being a year that we can all sit down together with peace and harmony and watch Coronation Street. I want to wish everybody out there a very Merry Christmas and a joyous New Year. And if you do not have one, then that's a shame. Because I, as the King, will. Goodbye. Jolly hockey sticks. But now it's time to find out what's hot and what's medium, as we look at more album reviews. Hi, welcome to Review of Albums. Got a couple of festive ones for you. The first one is JC and the Big Beat Bland, and it's called If Only One of Us Could Read, and I'll put that up there. It's a jazz Christmas album, obviously JC in the red there, if you can see that. I believe it's pretty good. It's got quite a few good tracks on it actually. It's got April in Paris, June in January, and Skint in December. So it's pretty good jazz beats in it. This album actually first came out in 23 BC. which actually came out before record players came out, which didn't sell awfully well back then. People were still chanting at that point. So yeah, it's got Nigel Fridge, who he actually made a video for one of the songs, and Keith Stammer and JC himself sued him, but Putin came in and made everything all nice. So they've split up now, and I heard they're getting back together tomorrow to do a follow-up album, but there's been a lot of fights in the studio, so I don't know what's going to happen. But I think this album here is an album that you will probably enjoy if you are depressed. The next album is obviously, because it's Christmas time, they go to there's a charity album, and this is by Lemonade, and it's Prats for Africa. As you can see there, Prats for Africa, it's got quite a lot of songs on it. We're So Rich We'll Never Starve, Would You Like a Burger or an Electric Car, Do They Know It's Not Really Butter, We Are the World and You Are Our Minions, and At Least It's Hot Where You Are. The band themselves are Keith Stammer, Ears McKing, Queen Bowles, Donnie Trumps a lot, Elon Must Ask You a Question, Woofy McWooferson, and Megan Meerkat. It's the Christmas album of the year. I know that every artist brings out a Christmas album, but this is definitely the Christmas album of the year. So it's a charity record with none of the profits going to a charity, which is quite unusual. It's also very original not to do that. One of the producers went to Africa, and when he saw that they didn't have a Sainsbury, he was gutted. So he said, I want to do an album to help raise awareness that there are no Sainsbury's in Africa. So he got together, he made a few phone calls, phoned a few friends, and it was really Ears McKing that kind of got everybody together and just says, look, it's for charity and we'll end up keeping most of the money, so it's cool. But yeah, some nice songs on there. I think probably my favourite is Do They Know It's Not Really Butter. It's quite a sad song about the butter epidemic of 1603. I don't know if any of you remember that. But yeah, there was a butter shortage where a Sainsbury's totally ran out of butter. And that was the decision of whether Africa were going to build a Sainsbury's, and they said no, if you're going to run out of butter, there's no point. Yeah, so I recommend this, and it would make a fabulous Christmas present to somebody. So yeah, I would go with that one. Back to the studio. Now, you can't get more Christmassy than that. And that's what Christmas is about, being Christmassy. And we'll be back next time for another review of what's hot and what's medium in the album of the week. So, all Christmas lists have been written and Santa is on his way. And because of the influence that the Charlie Marx show has, I have been asked by a young viewer to phone Santa to see if he has packed their Christmas gift of a Nintendo DS. Well, here at the Charlie Marx show, we like to think of ourselves as helpful. So I'm going to phone Santa now. Got him on speed dial. seems to be engaged. I will pass on a note to our 108-year-old office girl and get her to phone later for you, and you will get your Nintendo DS, as long as she remembers her Alzheimer's medication. But now it's time for another roundup of moans and groans and things that go irk in the Christmas night in The Devil's Advocate.